Nothing says self-care like streaming some music. It's better than juggling CDs. But how do you even do radio during a pandemic? And I guess, how do you even open a radio station nowadays? You know what? Sue knows a lot of things, so I'm gonna call her up and see what she has to say. Sue, how was it possible to launch a radio station in 2020? I mean, what does that even look like?
Hey Rob, well, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I used to just sit in my room and pretend that I was running a radio station and playing the records on a turntable with an arm. But, you know, nowadays it's actually easier, but still hard. And I spoke to a young woman who has launched an all-digital radio station right here in Boston. We talked about the challenges and the excitement of bringing this new radio station.
So after 10 years of being in the business and going through it and with no avail, coming up with nothing, I decided, hey, what would happen if I started my own radio station? Like, what are the odds?
Yeah, Sue, I don't think I've touched my car radio tuner ever. I actually used to work for a radio station, and I know there's a lot of control over what the DJs can play, a lot of looking at the stats. Is that the same for Spark FM?
No, it isn't. I was actually a music director at two big stations here in the Boston area, and we picked every single song the DJs played. But at Spark FM, they get to bring their own personality and their own music choice and selection to every single hour they're on the air, or on the tubes, if you will. So it makes it like really exciting to listen to.
If you listen to any of the main stations, you'll literally hear like Megan Thee Stallion and like Doja Cat every 40 seconds. You get out the car, you come in, and that's what you're listening to. We wanted to kind of reach back into old traditional radio, but also give the DJs creative ability to do what they do, and that is to create their vibe, create their music, and put people in the zone. So our DJs are so well-rounded and so versatile that you can literally hear anything from old 90s music, a little bit of gospel mixed in with some contemporary randomness.
I love it. I actually had a radio show in college. I played hardcore metal, and my partner played a little bit of country, and it was probably the most unlistenable thing you can imagine. But I like that they're getting creative. A radio station needs an audience. You need listeners. So how are they approaching that differently?
Yeah, it's hard for them because they just launched this year, so they have to build their audience from scratch. But they're serving the Black, African American, and Caribbean audiences in the Massachusetts area. As we're heading into a summer where we may not be able to go to a dance hall or go to any big events, it's good to know that these DJs are there to host our very small backyard social distance partying if we need it, or just, you know, bring community together while we're socially distancing.
Brainstorm was to really give back in ways of community outreach, supplying resources to our people that don't necessarily know that things are out there, politics, entrepreneurship, mentorship for the younger personalities and DJs that want, you know, a chance or a shot to even get the experience that they need to even apply to the other stations, and just an overall sense of community.
So it seems like a big change from having that one big station that kind of dominates the area, and it's good that they're looking for other ways to build community and get into the community. I don't think anything's going to take me away from streaming, but as far as a radio station opening now, especially during all this, seems like the way to go.
You know, as much as it's great to build your own radio station and your own streaming and build it around an artist or a genre, so I think it's just what the doctor ordered for this summer, where we're not going to be going out and spending a lot of time dancing with each other.
Just let it go, relax, and let the Caribbean tunes take you away.
Let music surprise you again.